Greetings there, fellow travelers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Mount and Blade to Bannerlord, Lords of the Forest. Episode 10, Turncoat Inlaws. Alright, I'll buy bulk raw silk. And hope to find a good spot to sell that all. Because I'm a silk trader now. The one problem with fighting in Empire towns is I keep getting like Empire style gear, which feels weird as a Battanian. A rather proud Battanian, might I add. I'm stuck like looking wrong. Which obviously, once I have tons of money, I can just buy Battanian Lord gear. One thing that I am not sure about, the last time I played it was true, was that not all sets were the same. That like, there were some... So generally, like, each culture has their own style of, like, tier 5 and 6 gear. But some cultures just had better gear than other cultures. Do you guys know if that's been balanced out? Where, like, if you want to look Battanian, you can without suffering? Or is it still the case where it's just like, no, sorry, but your culture has bad designs? Because that I don't remember. Okay, at least we can't be disqualified, which is good. The top two teams move on, and we're one of the last two teams here. So, doesn't even matter if I get knocked out. Of course, with pride, I'd rather not be knocked out. Because my win rate this stream is worse than last stream. Oh, to the face. Oh, come on. I saw that hit his foot. Guess he's not related to Achilles. This is definitely the right way to go about these fights. It's just tag team the one infantry and then tag team the one remaining. So much safer than hoping that my javelins land. Battanian's been getting a lot of love with gear. That's good to hear. Because ultimately, I probably want to look Battanian, like, even if it wasn't ideal. But I did recall that, like, some cultures had, like, just trash gear, and it was unfortunate. Give me that reward. This cape is worse than the one I have, so I can hand this cape over to... I would give it to the Huntress, but with a name like Huntress, I think she should have the bear pelt, and the veteran should have the legionary. So, there we go. I'm almost tempted to buy pack camels because they can carry just like a stupid amount of weight for the cost. I should probably just be getting pack camels whenever I can because they're amazing at that. Am I hurting now? Nope, still not hurting. Good. Okay. Finally, meeting the sister-in-law. Oh, my stewardship leveled up. So, we have got Drill Sergeant. So, +2 XP for troops in party. Let me make sure that this works. Yes, they both work. Okay. Paired with -5% garrison. Oh, you know, that doesn't matter. I'll never be a governor. Governors are not ever the player character, so that doesn't matter at all. The other one is also a governor skill, so that doesn't matter. So +4 XP for tier 4+ troops. So level up all troops or level up high level troops. is ultimately what it comes down to. So the reason I'll never be a governor is governors are characters that are installed in a settlement, like a town, to govern it, and that's never what your player character does, so any governor skills don't really apply for your character, so I'll just, like, leave them totally out of the equation there. Can get a better price elsewhere. I bought my pottery at 60, so that's a little bit more expensive. My wine was at... I sold my wine. Yeah, there's not really anything I want. Beer here? Yeah. No, it's a little bit more expensive, actually, than I bought it. I'm not going to buy anything. I'll buy your pet camels. I'm going to buy a bunch of pet camels, because I have lots of money. And I'm going to sell my sumpter horses to avoid the herding penalties. So I have a lot more carry weight without having a big old caravan of stupid animals. Is she at the bar? Yeah, she's at the bar. So there's some close-fisted dude at the bar who's a trading engineer. And there's GMT. Tuck.
Let me introduce myself.
I am GMT, and your people have been true to their word and paid us on time, so we will be true to ours. You have my allegiance. Join my party. Okie dokie. Done. 18-year-old at a bar? I mean, this is 18-year-old like 1,000 years ago. So I see nothing wrong with that. And you guys want me to get troops for or experience for everyone. Drill sergeant. So with GMT in the party, oh look at you! Oh man, it's gonna be really tempting to just like loot you full of your gear. So here's the thing: is like whenever you get someone, whenever someone marries in, her helmet's not that great, but her armor is amazing. Her van braces are pretty good. Her boots are pretty good. Her shield, I don't use shields. Her mace is pretty high level. Should I swap armor with GMT? There's also the question of what are we even doing with her? She's a bit of a... What level is she? She's level 9. So she's relatively low level compared to everyone else. Like I'm level 11, I'm still pretty low. Korik is 15, Sigra Truda is 16, GMT is 9. So the reason I mention that is she's more malleable as a result of being lower level. Also, it might be worth trying to meet Serenor, her father. Last seen in Amatatis. So, heading to Amatatis direction would be good. And I'm assuming her mother is also similarly somewhere around there. Rotate. Okay. So they're separated a little bit, but that's okay. So I'll try to. I think her father defected too. Yeah, because he was a different faction like last I checked. But that's exactly what I meant by when they're not landed, when they don't have any territories, they have virtually no allegiance. Meaning it's so much easier to recruit them. I'll buy some cheap salt. Maybe I'll find somewhere to sell it. Is there anywhere? Pottery sells best here, according to the trade rumors. Silk hypothetically can sell better elsewhere. Same with jewelry. Same with cheese. Beer sells amazing here. As does meat. Alright, there's another trade point. So let's just beeline for Amatatis and Rote. Try to meet the family. Making our way back to Battanian lands to buy up a workshop at Pencanock. And you guys say, do not loot GMT. Okay, we'll leave her armor alone. For reference, I have tier 5 armor, so it's really not that much better than my armor. Mine is 34, 12, 12, and her armor is 52, 23, 16. I mean, it's better. It's sizably better, but we can let her keep it. There is the question of, like, what she'll even do for us. One thing I had is, in terms of her skills, this is not how to see skills. In terms of her skills, she could invest more in trade. Should GMT become a caravaneer or specialize in a party skill, like, or what should, I'll phrase it like this, should GMT become? Trade caravan, engineer, surgeon, or party leader? Party leader would be like stewardship and tactics. So, 5 minutes to vote on that. And as far as her, like, initial skills go, she's got 3 in social for trade, 3 in intellect for medicine or engineering. She's mostly a rider. So she's pretty malleable, given that she's young and hasn't gotten a lot of XP under her belt. Oh, Poros has a arena fight. And I am getting close to duelist. I'm 15 points away. You're cruel, so I'm not going to recruit you. You should try to be nice. Oh, hardwood sells good here. Yay, I like being the one on the horse. The advantage of being on the horse is, like, it can level up your horse skill and whatever weapon you have, with, for me, it's full arm. Plus, the damage potential of being on horseback is higher. So I can unleash nasty attacks on stupid infantry that doesn't know how to block. Look at you with your, like, leopard fur. Bye, Tharos. Oh, and you got totally knocked out of the fight entirely, so I won't see you again in this battle. Wow, you don't know how to block. I like it. Me versus Joran the Moron. Hi, Joran. I'm going to confuse you by juggling my shield. I bet I could punch him to death. I've wounded him a lot. He probably doesn't have a lot of hit points left. Yeah, I'll just end it. You know what they say about playing with your food, right? I have a toddler, so I know not to test the fates. Alright, there we go. Give me my mace, was it? Yes. Oh, it sells for a pretty penny. I'll take it. Alright, so next stop, Amatatis. And it looks like you guys want her to potentially become a surgeon. So I will attempt to remember that. In fact, here we go. I'll be smart. Party, GMT, the doctor. Not I'll ever remember. Future me will know. Provided I'm literate. That is a caveat that I hadn't thought of. So, your father still here? Mazea. I see. Is your mother here? Mazea. I see how it's gonna be. That was one of the things that I didn't particularly love. They just defect again? Wait, are they Northern Empire now? Hold on. Are they the least loyal people in existence? Pick a side! Oh my god! You defect quicker than I can ride to the towns that you say that you are. She's more like GMT, the med student. Yeah, that's fair. GMT, the med student. Baby GMT. I think by the time I get to Mazea, they're going to be like, we defected to Khuzait. And then I'll get to Khuzati, and they'll be like, oh, sorry, we're Azerai now. It's one of the things that I really didn't like about the first game is about my previous series, is if you ever get captured and you lose your companions, the recall companions to your party is really useful. But if you're trying to track down like individuals like I am, it can be a bit of footwork. So I forget their names. What would they be to me? Uncle-in-law? I don't know. Are they still here though? Mazea. So Serenor and Germana. Are you in a prison? Are they imprisoned here? I'm gonna bribe to enter the keep. No, Germana's here and Serenor's here. Okay.
Who are you, and what do you want?
Your family has served the Empire for generations. Which Empire? You can't seem to decide. Alright, so I met her, and I'm going to talk to Serenor. So Serenor is close-fisted, but at least he's honest and daring. So it's not perfect. And then Germana is a blank. 34 and 42. I think you start running the risk of dying of old age at like 47 in this game, which is worth noting. And yeah, that's it. It was mostly I just wanted to like meet them as a potential to size them up as a future vassal. Ouch. This is a tier 5 weapon. That's pretty nice. I think the Huntress had pretty decent two-handed skill, so I could take a look to see if it's worth having her do two-handed versus one-handed. And I just leveled up. How do we go leveling up her med skill? For my troops or me to be hurt. So that will become a lot more easier for her to level up when we're in battles. I haven't really been fighting outside of the arena, and you don't actually get hurt in the arena. Man, I fought this one terribly. but that's fine. That Equite definitely punched above the belt, taking out Lantanor by himself. So I see you saying making her party leader will level up her her medicine. However, with that said, it was voted that she isn't a party leader. That was offered as a choice, and it was voted down. So I got an attribute point and a focus point. So Sigaruda now, her two-handed skill isn't as high as I thought. Korik's two-handed is decent, but half what his polearm is. So I'm just gonna sell this axe. Unless I want it for myself. What I could do is I could lock it and keep it for myself, because I think there's a point where once I become a duelist, I can start doing two-handed instead of one-handed. So where to spend my attribute point? So vigor, control, endurance, cunning, social, or intelligence. What do you guys think? So taking a look at the big picture, my social and intelligence is higher than everything else by 1 point, but more or less my character is kind of balanced and even. If you want me to start specializing in something like social or intelligence, now would be the time. But if you want me to keep going evenly, that's fine too. Give you 5 minutes to vote on that. As far as one-handed skills go, I'm 12 points away from duelist, so I'm not in any rush there. Bow, I still have some more learning rate wiggle room. Riding's coming up on my learning rate wiggle room max. Yeah, maybe I'll do riding, so I can keep leveling up riding. So we made it out to Myzea. We talked to those we needed to talk to, and now it's time for me to get back to civilization. That wasn't insult slung at the very fine people of the Empire, but civilization would be the Battanian lands. So now I'm headed to Pencannock to buy a workshop. Did I spell that right? No. I spelled it right the first time with an A. Okay. I'm not even going to make any stops. I'm going straight there. Making pretty good daily money. If I pared down my own troops to be tier 1, I would be making even more money. Because these tier 2 troops earn 3 wages a day, and these tier, they earn 50% less wages. The difference between 2 and 3 is not huge. And the level 2 troops are a little bit stronger. But the benefit of all this money is the hypothetical ability to invest it. And we are clan tier 2. I just noticed. Nice. So we hit 150 renown. We're clan tier 2. And that's going to allow me to recruit another companion and own another workshop. So we can own up to 3 workshops as a result. Because when your clan tier goes up, your clan party goes up, your companion limit goes up, your party size goes up, your workshop limit goes up. So like my party size as well is 88. Up from like 67 or whatever it was before. So there are some real benefits there. Looks like Vigor and Social are having a face-off. Was there anything... I kind of rolled past Armatatus. I'll trade later. I want to buy the workshop. I could always flip a coin or decide if the poll comes up even. Well, that's good. Good price for the jewelry. And the wool. Got a trade point for it. I bought my silk for 12, so I'm not going to buy their silk even though it's cheap. Yeah, there's nothing else I want to buy here. Where does it say that the silk... Vostrum? Or Oscar? I'm not that close to Vostrum or Oscar. I don't want to have to travel very far for the silk. There was an arena fight here, though, so... Let's join in to get another helmet. Maybe it'll be good for GMT, or... Nah, it's pretty shab. It's a tier 3, so... Probably is not even going to be better for the Huntress. Sigurtruda. I find it strange that the Sword Sisters and Sword Sister followers, like, don't even have armor. They should be... They should be given something more than what they have. So it looks like it's going to be social buy point. So that's probably a strong position to take if I ever want to be an army leader, as social skills will help me level up my stewardship, which allows me to take more personal troops on. And because I can control my personal troops with more bonuses and they'll take less damage, I can have like a killer army as a result. The finals. Man, I can't wait to get Duelist to be paid a lot more renown. I wonder how the leaderboards are looking. I should check after this, because I've won a lot of tournaments now. Just being a traveling merchant who's good with a blade. I'm third in every one, and I'm actually not that far away from being first place. I'll be damned. Oops. So that is a 25 helmet. It's worse than everyone's helmet, which means it's free money. So, could be worse. All right, Pencanuck, here I come without distraction. Unless there's, you know, arena fights to be had, I guess. One of the nice things about not committing to any sides is I can make so much money passively through caravans and workshops because I don't get embroiled in wars that I don't stand to really benefit from, which is really nice. So, the businesses here to purchase. There's a brewery, there is an olive press, and there's a smithy.
Well now, strange.
Okay, I can buy from the gang leaders. So buying from the gang leaders is fine. I just don't want to help them. But, like, buying them out is not helping them exactly. So what business to buy? Brewery. Olive press. And I'll do some analysis here as well. So, quick analysis. Pencanuck is linked to what? It's linked to Dern, which makes clay, Gainsith, which makes clay, and Fenon Itir, which makes iron. So, Potter or Blacksmith would probably be the more sensible choice. If I'm not mistaken, and correct me if I'm wrong, because it has been, like, over a year since I played last. If I buy a business, I can always change what type of business it is. So, for instance, if I buy like the olive press, I can break it down and turn it into a pottery business. Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is something that you can do. Which means that I could buy the brewery or the olive press and just like change it to be a different business. Yeah, okay, that is true. So, what business to buy? I can buy the smithy. So, a smithy, if you're wondering, I wonder if I can look this up in the encyclopedia. No. Well, smithy makes tools and weapons, if I'm not mistaken. And then the olive press takes olives and turns it into oil. And then the brewery takes grains and makes it into beer. I'll have you vote for just 1 minute on that. As far as the current supply, which isn't that meaningful, there's a kind of a low supply of olives here. There's a low supply of iron. Pottery is relatively expensive. Again, this doesn't mean too much necessarily. And I'm just going to offload my silk. I gained 2 trade points from it, so that's fine. I was tired of hanging on to it. And you guys voted for social, so... Oh! Social, not int. I was thinking it was int. Okay, interesting. So that helps my leadership, which is morale of the party under my command and garrison size. Okay. It's not something I was really investing in. Stewardship is what I was thinking it was going, because stewardship increases your party size. Olive press. All right. Let's buy the olive press. And then there's a warehouse. This is a new feature where you can stockpile supplies for your business. So the other thing I want to do, I think I need to take a walk around the town center, but I'm going to enter from the tavern. And then actually physically go to the olive press. And may I assume, are we rebuilding the press into a pottery? Yes or no? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not what you want. I have no idea. You tell me. But, where is my olive press? Here's my olive press. And these are the gangs that run the area, which we might want to... I actually haven't done a lot of the back streets and clearings yet. So that's a feature I really don't know much about at all. But I'm heading over to the olive press to turn it into a pottery. Seems like that's what you guys want. If I start clearing the clearings and back streets, I would need probably better civilian gear than I currently have on. So my current gear sucks. Okay. I would like to change what is produced here to a potter shop. Okie dokie. So now we own a pottery shop in Pencannock, and it would behoove me to supply it with some clay. So I am going to, because I do buy from villages cheaper, I'm going to go to Dern and Gainset. Actually, it's probably in my best interest not to buy from the surrounding villages, because the surrounding villages technically supply Pencannock. So instead, I'm going to go north and buy from Tormelina and Oriton, and then bring it down to my warehouse, because I don't want to artificially drive up the price of clay within Pencannock. But we now have workshop income and 3 caravans of income, which is fantabulous. A lot of passive income. And this passive income will allow us to purchase better gear, hire better units, keep a larger conscripted army. You know, there'll be some real benefits like that. I could have bought it from Oxhall. I just turned around. Impatience. All right, warehouse. There's some clay. And that will keep the business flush with materials so that they can produce pottery at a cheaper cost because it's been afloat. All right, what do you want me to do now? Have you guys vote? And while you do that, I'm going to enter the arena. Ooh, some bracers. I don't think I have good bracers, so this could be a real improvement. Provided I don't, you know, eat dirt and die. Okay, at least I can't be disqualified first round. I hate when it's not clear where blue, a blue teammate. Where are we fighting? All right, I'm gonna knock that green out, I guess. The Battanian horseman I was with, like, just kept switching targets. Okay, he's actually trying to help me now. This is good. Oh, you got him. Fancy that. And I can't even be disqualified either, because this is the last two moving on to the next round. Sword Sister, you better get yourself a helmet, because I don't usually hit people for 112 to the head. Gotta protect your dome there. That's cute. Swords and axes. That was fast. Is there a key for taunt? I'd love to be able to scream, "I'll eat your liver!" like every time I enter combat. Taunt them away. Alright, was I right? Yes. My gauntlets bracers sucked. And then my old ones will go to the veteran. Done. Oh, I never spent that attribute point. So, social. Done. Okay, Battanian leaders or viewer suggestions. So you know what? I'm curious what you guys have to suggest. I am opening up the viewer suggestion inbox in just a second. But, all right, it's open now. So for now, what I'm going to do is quest for local leaders. And you guys can suggest stuff for me to pull on after that. I guess I'll head into the Heartland. Oh, actually, my own... Well, okay, they're not my villages, but villages bound to Pencanak have some desires. Art of the trade.
Well now, stranger. Peace.
Got this problem. I deal in clay. Production this year is very good, but we can no longer make a profit on the local market. I cannot put together a caravan to sell it elsewhere, so I propose a very simple deal. They'll sell me, if you have the money... They want 54 loads of clay that you can find a market nearby. Sure. I will find a market for it myself. I'll buy the clay from you, which I bought at 9 a piece, and I'm just going to dump it in the warehouse. Easy peasy. Works for me. Thank you for tuning in to Mount and Blade 2 Bannerlord, Lords of the Forest, which originally streamed live on Twitch March 6th and March 7th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. And a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Battanians.